Hey there, everybody. My name is Liam and I pick fights. I wanted to come at you really quick with a quick betting breakdown. We have a UFC quick pick for you today. This is a heavyweight pick. It's from next weekend's UFC Fight Night, Blaydes versus Derrick Lewis. So Curtis Blaydes, Derrick Lewis. It's going to be a heavyweight main event. I am not taking action on the main event. Guys, I'm actually taking action on a different heavyweight fight from the main card, and I'm going to share that bet with you in just 1 second. But if I could ask everybody before we get rolling, please like this video, please subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate your support. If you guys decide to follow this play, please let me know in the comments below that you're following along with me. If you decide to fade this play, no problem. Let me know how you're taking your action on this card instead. So guys, getting right into it, I want to break down this bet that I have for you. We have 2.1 units on the money line. I am wagering on Chris Daukaus at minus 180. He is fighting the boa constrictor Aleksei Oleinik. Guys, I think that this is a value spot for Chris Daukaus, especially at minus 180. I think that I line Chris Daukaus minus 233 to minus 250 in this spot. So I think that there's a lot of value on Chris Daukaus at minus 180. Let's discuss. So first and foremost, the biggest advantage that Chris Daukaus brings into this fight, guys, is youth, okay? Chris Daukaus is 31 years old here. That's a good age for fighting, all right? That's a prime age for fighting. Typically, we see fighters in their prime between the ages of 29 and 33, something like that. Some fighters, it's a little younger, but I think that the sweet spot for a fighter is where their age, their intelligence, and their experience meets their physical gifts. And I think that that is the sweet spot between 29 and 31. So first of all, we got Chris Daukaus, who's in a better spot in terms of his career, right? Probably a lot closer to his prime than Aleksei Oleinik. On the other side, guys, he's 43 years old. This is a guy who's had over 70 professional fights. And in his last 5 fights, he's been finished 3 times. Granted, that's against higher level opposition. He got knocked out by Walt Harris. He got knocked out by Alistair Overeem. So I'm not saying he's losing to bums, but Aleksei Oleinik is not the athlete that a lot of these guys are in the heavyweight division. He gets by on his craft, on his cleverness, on his aggression, and on his durability. However, I think his durability is starting to fail him as he gets older. I think that's understandable. But I think that Chris Daukaus is a problem, guys. He's got very fast hands. He has a lot of power. And he is a guy who's capable of getting somebody out of there fast. Parker Porter, he's a tough guy. And I think he's a talented fighter. I think he's a pretty talented striker. And he made a better account of himself in his second UFC fight. But Chris Daukaus was able to get him out of there with a lightning quickness. He did the same thing to Rodrigo Nascimento. And I think that Chris Daukaus is a problem in this heavyweight division, guys. I think he's a real contender. I think that this is a perfect matchup for him. I think it's an opportunity for him to showcase his fast hands. I think that he is likely to get Aleksei Oleinik out of there. I think he's likely to knock him out in the first round. And I believe in Chris Daukaus' upside moving forward. I'm not saying that he's going to be the right side in every weight, in every heavyweight matchup moving forward, but I think that this is a really winnable matchup for him. I think that minus 180 is a very favorable price. Granted, I will tell you guys up front, betting heavyweight MMA was not profitable for me last year. However, I started off strong with my heavyweight plays so far in 2021. Last weekend, in the main event, I backed Alexander Volkov at plus 135 against Alistair Overeem. He was able to get the knockout in the second round. Very much how I expected that fight to go. So far, so good in 2021, betting on heavyweight MMA. I feel like I have a pretty solid read on this contest. I think that you're going to want to get in on this line soon if you decide to play it, because I have a feeling that the closing line is going to be a lot closer to that minus 233 figure that I think is a fair price on Chris Daukaus rather than the minus 180 that's available market-wide right now. So, guys, that's my breakdown for you. I had a really quick one for you today, but I wanted to get this bet out there early. I'm going to have another breakdown later this week where I talk about all my action on the card, but so far so good. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that if you like it, you'll take the time to share it with a friend, tell a friend about the show. It's still growing. Really appreciate your support when you do that. So guys, find me on Twitter at HeslinLiam. Find me on Instagram, Liam Picks Fights. That's where you can find my content, my betting breakdowns, my analysis, and a bunch of other combat sports content. Everything from my grappling to my technique breakdowns. I hope that I'm going to have something even better for you later this week when I break down the full card of action. But for right now, guys, 2.1 units on the money line. Chris Daukaus at -180. I think he's going to knock out Aleksei Oleinik in the first round, and that's the Liam Picks Fights breakdown for you. Have a great rest of your day. God bless, and enjoy the fights.